Hi everybody, thanks for joining me here for this lesson on Introduction to Financial Ratios. In this lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at four key financial ratios, and we're going to show you how you can calculate them using the balance sheet and the income statement that we use during our accounting unit. Okay, so we're going to start with our current ratio, which is simply just a comparison of our current assets to our current liabilities. And to calculate this, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our balance sheet, and we are going to take our current assets, which is here at $1,248,000, and we are going to divide that by our current liabilities, which is $1,364,789. Now, what you can see here is you can see our current liabilities are a little bit higher than our current assets. So when we calculate this, our current ratio is going to be just under the number 1. Okay, we actually come up with a current ratio of 0.914. And that signals that if all of our current liabilities came due, we would not have the assets available to pay them. Okay. Next, we're going to take a look at our turns. And turns just essentially tell us how often we turn over our inventory. So this one here requires us to go into our income statement first, and then we're going to go into our balance sheet. So we go into our income statement because as we calculate our turns, we're taking our average cost of goods sold. Now we're going to divide this here by our average inventory, which we can get from our balance sheet. Average inventory is $293,000, and our average cost of goods sold was about $6 million. So we're going to get turns that are just over 20. 20.54 is the turn amount that we're going to come to, and that's a pretty decent number depending on the industry we're in. If we're in the restaurant industry, we would probably want to see much higher turns because of the expiration date of food. But if we were in retail, 20 would be a pretty solid number. Okay. Next, we're going to take a look at our debt ratio. Now, our debt ratio is simply a comparison of our debt to assets. So we're going to go into our balance sheet here, and we're going to take our total liabilities, and we're going to divide that by our total assets. And that shows us that we have a debt ratio of 0.6678. Last, we're going to calculate return on equity. Return on equity is simply a ratio that takes a look at our net income compared to our equity. So we're going to start once again in our income statement, and we're going to take our net income, which is $872,000, and we're going to divide that by our equity, which we're going to get in our balance sheet. We're going to divide that by our total stockholders' equity. And that's going to give us a ratio of 0.30 for our ROE, or return on equity. And that's been our introduction to financial ratios using the balance sheet and income statement. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks, and we'll talk to you soon.